Hello, everyone, and welcome to a B1 Level podcast. Today, we start a long, connected story about a city called Riverford, a mysterious library, and three friends who uncover secrets that have been hidden for decades. Get comfortable and enjoy part one of the adventure. The main characters are Alex, 16 years old, curious and adventurous; Mia, 15 years old, smart and careful; Leo, 17 years old, strong and protective. It was the first day of summer vacation. Alex, Mia, and Leo were walking along Riverford's main street. The city was full of life. Street musicians played music, people sat in cafes, and cyclists moved quickly along the river path. Alex stopped in front of the old library. "Guys, have you ever noticed this place? It looks normal, but something about it feels strange," he said. Mia looked at the building. "It's huge, and it's very old. Maybe it has hidden rooms or old manuscripts. That would be interesting to see." Leo frowned. "I don't know. It looks kind of spooky. Are we allowed inside?" Alex smiled. "We'll find a way. We just need to explore carefully." The doors were locked, but Alex noticed a small side window. "Look! This window isn't completely closed. Maybe we can peek inside." The three friends climbed quietly and looked in. Inside, they saw rows of old books, tall shelves, and a strange glowing light coming from the back of the library. "Do you see that, Mia?" whispered. "There's something glowing there. That can't be normal." Leo nodded slowly. "I think we have to find a way in, but we must be careful. We don't know what we will find." They walked around the building until they discovered a small door behind the bushes. The door was old and slightly open. Alex pushed it gently, and it creaked as it moved. Inside, the library smelled of old paper and dust. The glowing light came from a small table in the corner. On the table, there was an ancient book with a silver cover and strange symbols. Mia's eyes widened. "This must be important. Look at the symbols. I think they are connected to the city's history." Alex touched the book carefully. "The title says, 'The Secrets of Riverford.' This must be it. Maybe it explains the old mysteries everyone talks about." Suddenly, a shadow moved across the room. The friends froze. A small cat with green eyes appeared and jumped onto the table. It looked at them and meowed softly. Whispered, "It's just a cat, but it's strange that it's here." The cat moved toward a hidden door behind the shelves. The door slowly opened, revealing a narrow corridor leading downwards. Mia took a deep breath. "This is it. The adventure starts here. Are we ready?" Alex and Leo nodded. They stepped into the corridor, and the door closed silently behind them. The air was cool and smelled of old stone. The corridor twisted and turned. On the walls were old paintings of Riverford's past, bridges, rivers, old markets, and people dressed in clothes from centuries ago. "This is incredible," Alex whispered. "It's like walking into history." After a few minutes, they reached a large underground room. In the center was a glowing map of Riverford. The map was alive. It showed paths, secret buildings, and hidden messages. Leo pointed at the map. "Look, there's a symbol near the river. It looks like a key." Mia examined it closely. "I think this key leads to something hidden, maybe a treasure or a secret passage. We have to find it." Alex smiled. "Then our adventure officially begins. Riverford has secrets, and we are going to discover them all." Little did they know, the first challenge would test their courage, intelligence, and friendship. And the mysteries of the city were far bigger than they ever imagined. Alex, Mia, and Leo stood in the underground room, staring at the glowing map. The map seemed to move slowly, showing hidden streets and doors that they had never noticed above ground. The three friends felt both excited and nervous. Alex said, "We need to understand this map. Look at these symbols. They must mean something. Maybe they're clues." Mia nodded. "Yes, but the map is very old. Some symbols are hard to understand. I think we should start with the key symbol near the river. It looks important." Alex added, "Agreed, but we have to be careful. This place is not ordinary, and we don't know what kind of traps or puzzles might be waiting for us." The cat, with bright green eyes, jumped off the table and ran ahead toward a small tunnel on the left side of the room. It looked like it wanted the friends to follow. "Do you think it's leading us to the key?" Alex asked. "Maybe," Mia said. "Cats are clever. Maybe it knows something we don't." They followed the cat through the narrow tunnel. The walls were damp and cold, and the air smelled of wet stone. Small lights, like glowing mushrooms, illuminated the path. It was magical and strange. After walking for 10 minutes, they reached a wooden door. The door was old and covered in carvings of rivers, bridges, and mysterious figures. A small keyhole glowed faintly in the center. "This must be the door," Leo said. "It matches the symbol on the map." Alex remembered the map's symbol of the key near the river. He slowly inserted his hand into his pocket and felt a small, golden key. It wasn't very big, but it felt heavy, like it had power. Alex whispered, "Could this be the key the map showed?" Mia looked carefully at the key. "It fits perfectly into the lock. Be careful." Alex turned the key slowly. The lock clicked, and the door creaked open. Beyond it, there was a large room filled with water, but it was not normal water. It glowed faintly, and inside small objects floated as if suspended in time. "Wow!" Leo said, amazed. "What is this place?" Mia walked closer and noticed inscriptions on the walls. "These are instructions, but they're written in an old language. Some words are English, but most are symbols. Maybe the map will help us understand." Alex stepped carefully across a stone path that led over the glowing water. The stones were smooth and felt warm under his feet. Mia and Leo followed. The cat ran ahead, leading them to a small pedestal in the center of the room. On the pedestal, there was a small chest. It was covered in dust, but the lock was shiny and golden. The same symbols from the map were carved into it. Mia said, "This must be important. Let's open it." Alex held the chest and inserted the same golden key they used before. The lock clicked, and the door opened. Inside, there was a collection of old letters, maps, and a small crystal glowing faintly. Leo picked up the crystal. "This is incredible. It feels warm, like it has energy. Maybe it's magical." Mia carefully unfolded a letter. It read, "To those who find this, Riverford's secrets are for the brave. The library holds knowledge, courage, and adventure. Follow the signs, trust your friends, and the city's mysteries will be revealed." Alex looked at his friends. "We have to follow the signs. This is just the beginning." Suddenly, the glowing water started to ripple. Small lights moved across the surface, forming a path toward another tunnel on the far side of the room. Leo said, "Look, the lights are guiding us. We need to go that way." The friends followed the path. Every step felt strange. The lights seemed alive, moving around their feet, showing them exactly where to go. After several minutes, they reached another chamber. This room was bigger and had shelves with old books, jars, and maps of the city from hundreds of years ago. But in the center, a large painting on the floor showed a secret map of Riverford, revealing hidden passages, old tunnels, and unknown doors. Mia said, "This is amazing! We have to study this. The library was designed to hide its secrets, but now we can find them all." Alex nodded. "And the city, it will never be the same once we discover everything. But we need to be careful. Secrets like this can be dangerous if we are not smart and brave." Leo smiled. "We are together. Nothing can stop us. We'll solve the mysteries, step by step." And so, Alex, Mia, and Leo began their long journey inside Riverford Library's secret chambers. They didn't know what challenges awaited them, but they were ready for puzzles, hidden doors, strange creatures, and lessons about friendship, bravery, and the secrets of history. The adventure had only just begun. Alex, Mia, and Leo carefully examined the secret map painted on the floor. Every line, symbol, and marking seemed to tell a story about Riverford's hidden history. The three friends leaned closer, trying to understand every detail. Mia said, "Look here. These lines show underground tunnels that connect to the city's oldest buildings. There are markers for secret doors, hidden rooms, and even what looks like a forgotten clock tower." Alex pointed at one of the markings. "This symbol is the same as the glowing crystal we found. Maybe it's guiding us to the next important place." Leo rubbed his chin. "If we follow this, we need to prepare. The tunnels could be dangerous. There might be obstacles, traps, or things we don't understand yet." Mia nodded. "We should plan carefully. Let's take notes of the paths and make sure we don't get lost. The map is big and complex. Every wrong turn could take us away from our goal." The friends spent a few minutes sketching the map onto a notebook. They marked the glowing crystal symbol, the path to the tunnels, and all the unusual symbols they didn't yet understand. Finally, Alex said, "Okay, we know where to go next. We need to find the tunnel that leads to the river area. According to the map, the next secret is there." The cat, which had been silently observing, jumped onto a shelf and meowed, as if agreeing. Mia whispered, "Maybe it knows the way. We should follow it." They carefully retraced their steps across the glowing water path, following the cat. The path was slippery, and the glowing stones beneath their feet felt warm and slightly soft. Every step made them feel like they were walking through a living, magical place. After about 15 minutes, they reached a narrow spiral staircase. The steps were old but sturdy, and small glowing symbols appeared on the walls as they walked up. It was as if the library itself was guiding them. Alex whispered, "These symbols, they're letters, but not like modern English. Maybe it's a secret language. The library wants us to read it carefully." Mia studied the symbols. "Some of them look like the letters in the old book we found. I think we can understand the message if we remember the crystal's glow." Leo added, "Let's focus. The library is full of knowledge, but it will test us. We need to think carefully and work together." At the top of the stairs, they entered a room with a large window overlooking the river. Moonlight shone through the glass, making the room feel magical. In the center of the room was a small platform with a puzzle box. Mia carefully examined it. "This puzzle box has symbols that match the map, the letters, and even the crystal we found. It must be important." Alex touched the box lightly. "I think we need the crystal to solve it. The box is glowing slightly in its presence." Leo smiled. "Then let's place the crystal in the box carefully. It might unlock the next secret." Alex placed the crystal on top. Suddenly, the puzzle box moved slightly, opened a hidden compartment, and revealed a small folded paper. On the paper, a message was written in careful handwriting. "The river holds the past. Follow the moonlight path when the clock strikes midnight. Courage, friendship, and trust will guide you." Mia read it out loud. "We need to go to the river at midnight? That's only a few hours from now. We must be prepared." Leo nodded. "We can do it, but we need to move carefully. The library has been testing those who seek its secrets for centuries. Many tried and failed." Alex looked at his friends. "We've come this far together. We won't give up now. The river is the next step, and I feel something special is waiting there. Something big." The cat jumped onto Leo's shoulder and purred softly, as if to understand their determination. As the friends left the secret room, the library seemed to hum with life. The walls shimmered slightly, and the old paintings on the walls seemed to move as if alive. It was like the library itself was watching them, guiding them, and preparing them for what was to come. Outside, the city of Riverford was quiet. The river reflected the moon, and small lights from distant buildings flickered softly. The friends walked carefully through the streets, holding the map, the crystal, and the notes they had made. Mia whispered, "The city looks peaceful now, but we know that secrets are hidden everywhere. We need to trust ourselves and each other." Alex smiled. "Exactly. Together we can face anything. The adventure is far from over. In fact, I think the hardest challenges are coming next." And with that, the three friends continued their journey toward the river, unaware that hidden eyes were watching them, and that Riverford's greatest secrets and dangers were waiting for those brave enough to uncover them. The adventure had grown bigger, and their courage would be tested like never before. The night was calm, but the river glowed under the moonlight like silver. Alex, Mia, and Leo approached it quietly, holding the crystal tightly. Their hearts were pounding. Every step made a soft splash on the wet stones of the riverbank. Mia whispered, "The note said, 'Follow the moonlight path when the clock strikes midnight.' Look, the moonlight is reflecting on the river. Maybe that's the path." Leo squinted. "I see faint glowing marks in the water. Could they be stones, or is it magic? Either way, it seems to guide us forward." Alex nodded. "Then let's go slowly, step by step. Keep your eyes open and trust each other." As they carefully walked on the glowing path, the river around them began to shimmer and ripple in strange patterns. It was like the water was alive, responding to their presence. Small fish with glowing scales swam nearby, lighting up the dark water even more. Suddenly, Mia stopped. "Wait, did you hear that?" A soft whispering sound echoed over the river. At first, it was almost like the wind, but then the whispers grew clearer. "Courage, friendship, trust." Leo shivered. "It's like the river is talking to us. Maybe it's testing us." Alex held up the crystal, and its light grew stronger, reflecting on the water. The whispers became even clearer. "Only those who believe in each other can pass. Only those who do not fear the unknown can succeed." Mia smiled. "That's us. We trust each other, right?" Alex and Leo nodded. "Always." The friends continued along the moonlit river. Suddenly, the glowing path split into 3 separate directions. Each path seemed equally bright, equally inviting. Leo frowned. "Which way do we go? They all look the same." Alex studied the crystal. "Look, the light is bending toward the middle path. That must be the right way." Mia stepped carefully. "Be careful. The water here looks deeper. We need to stay close together." As they moved forward, small challenges appeared. First, a series of slippery stepping stones barely above the water. They had to balance carefully, helping each other with hands and encouragement. Next, a sudden mist appeared. It was thick and cold, making it hard to see. Strange sounds echoed through the mist, soft laughter, whispers, and the occasional splash. Alex said, "Keep calm. Remember the message: courage, friendship, and trust. If we stay together, nothing can stop us." Mia grabbed Leo's hand, and Leo held Alex's. Step by step, they moved forward, guided by the crystal's glowing light. Finally, they reached a large circular island in the middle of the river. On it stood an ancient stone archway, covered in vines and moss. The archway glowed faintly under the moonlight. Mia gasped. "This must be it! The secret place the map wanted us to find." Leo looked at the crystal. "The crystal is reacting. Look at how bright it is now. Maybe it wants us to place it here." Alex carefully placed the crystal in a carved indentation in the stone archway. Instantly, the ground trembled slightly, and a hidden door slowly opened at the base of the archway. Behind it, a staircase led downward into darkness. Mia whispered, "Wow, it's like a hidden passage. The real adventure begins now." Leo smiled nervously. "I have a feeling this is going to be challenging, but we can do it, together." The friends took a deep breath and entered the passage. The air was cool and smelled of earth and water. Tiny crystals on the walls illuminated the way, reflecting the light from their crystal in dazzling patterns. After a while, they came to a large underground chamber. In the center was a pool of glowing water. Floating above it were several small glowing orbs. Each orb seemed to contain a tiny moving scene, a memory, a story, or perhaps a lesson. Mia whispered, "These must be the Riverford memories, the knowledge and history of this city hidden for centuries." Alex touched one orb gently. Images appeared in the air. Scenes of old builders, forgotten inventors, and secret societies protecting the city. He realized that Riverford was much more magical and mysterious than anyone had imagined. Leo pointed at another orb. "Look, some of these orbs show warnings, people who tried to misuse the secrets and failed." Mia nodded. "That's why the library tested us. It's not just about discovering secrets, it's about responsibility and understanding the past." Alex said, "We've come this far. We must remember, the city's secrets are powerful. We need to use them wisely." Suddenly, the crystal they carried began to glow brighter than ever before. The orbs rotated around it, forming a circle of light. The whispers returned. "You have passed the first test. Courage, friendship, and trust are your guides. The final challenge awaits." Mia looked at Alex and Leo. "We did it, but it's not over." Alex smiled. "No, it's not. But I feel ready. We can face whatever comes next, together." Leo nodded. "Yes, together." And with that, the friends prepared themselves for the final, unknown challenge that would test everything they had learned in Riverford, the courage, the friendship, and the trust that had carried them this far.